Everybody's talking about the good old days, right?
Yeah.
Everybody, the good old days, the good old days.
Good old days.
Well, let's talk about the good old days.
Truly, things were much simpler back in the day. For many kids, including me, Warmane was the only way to play World of Warcraft. That applied especially to those of us from Eastern Europe. Deathwing Realm, Molten WoW was our second home, the place where all of us would go to escape their daily problems and where everyone had an equal opportunity to excel at whatever aspect of the game they enjoyed the most. For me, and dare I say it, a lot of other people, World of Warcraft is a truly unique game. To be honest with you guys, this video is way overdue. The original idea for this video was just pretty much a review of Warmane throughout time and generally just going over some of the most important aspects of its realms, but that's some boring ass stuff that we don't do around here. Anyone who's been playing on private servers has heard at some point about Warmane and more or less knows how things go around here. So let's do something different for a change. Let's talk about Warmane from 10 years ago. We have a tendency to forget about the process and time it took us to get where we are currently in life, to be able to play this game, hang out with friends and family and have fun more than anything else.
Care, do you love Bulgaria, and what do you think for Bulgaria?
Being able to express all these things helped me genuinely appreciate where I am at this moment, so I guess I just wanted to share that with you guys. I know it sounds cliche, but if watching this video doesn't get you anything else, I just want to remind you that despite how difficult a situation may be right now, everything will work out as it should. Give yourself a pat on the back for your everyday efforts, the little things we frequently overlook that make our lives less boring and static. But Warmane was and still is one of those things in that sense. But even still to this day, this game has taught me a lot about the world outside of my home country and has given me the opportunity to communicate and meet people from different countries, continents even. Heck, the only reason I can talk to you in English at this moment is because of this game. And if it weren't for Warmane, none of that would have ever happened. All that mattered to us was having fun. Things are a little different now, not just in terms of private servers for World of Warcraft, but also in terms of gaming in general. However, that's a totally different topic and we could do an entire video about it, but we'll keep that for another time. Back then, nothing really used to work properly. Both PvP and PvE were both buggy as hell, with people flying around and doing all kinds of exploits. Most of the quests were scuffed as well, resulting in you having to straight up just drop them at a certain point and just go to a different zone. One thing that really stuck with me from back then was the online store. You could vote almost every item that existed in the game. That's how I got my salty title, for example. Mr. Pinch's magical box, which is one of the achievements you need to get for the title. If you ever try to get it, you know that it's a daily quest just outside Shattered City and you need to get Mr. Pinchy from it, basically. It's totally RNG and you need a lot of luck to get it. This process might take one day or like 3 months. But on Molten WoW, you could just vote the companion for like 7 vote points, which was really cheap at the time. That's also how I got my Asses of Alar. Leveling was totally obsolete and irrelevant because of how everything broken was. The easiest and the fastest way to get to level 80 on Molten WoW was to vote this green sword from TBC that had no level requirement to equip, resulting in you just running around and one-shotting everything that stood in your way. And the only way you'd be able to know all this was if you were there, playing the game. Because there were unique ways to play, especially for Molten, not because it was cool and different, but because it was simply broken and unplayable, you were forced to hang out and talk to people to learn about all these things. That's one thing that's kind of missing in today's game. After the meltdown back in 2015 or something, previously known as Molten WoW, rebranded Warmane WoW was born. The Deathwing, which used to be a ×12 realm, merged with another realm, Neltharion, and they together became Icecrown as we know it today. If you'd like to know more about the meltdown and what exactly happened, I suggest you check out this video by a Warmane legend, Anew. TLDR version of the story is basically one of the developers/owners at the time went rogue and stole all the character data, which resulted in the whole server being wiped clean. Everyone lost their characters and everything else along the way. From 2015, we all had to start from scratch. It was a really bumpy road for Warmane at the time. Many players were frustrated and then hella annoyed, I mean rightfully so. It got to the point where Warmane gave out free coins for everybody who lost their account just to try to compensate for the damage that was caused by the wipe. Nevertheless, Warmane came on top stronger than ever before, as evident by today's quality of their realms and services.
Really? You want to piss me off? Now you piss me off, fucking idiot. Shut the fuck up!
What the fuck? Fucking clip it, post it, suck a dick.
And the fact that new people are coming in still to this day. I can attest to that because I've read all the comments you guys have left on the past videos, sharing your stories and how you're just getting started. And just witnessing that fact makes me love this game even more. Heck, I couldn't even get LOD back in the day because the instant was pretty much bugged, or at least 6 bosses of it. By the way, I'm not talking world first level bugs, I'm talking unclickable evolves and instant berserk phase if you don't get rid of this lady within 3 minutes. I've been playing on this server since 2011 and my first LOD was back in 2019. I mean, hello? Arthas? Is it over, bruh? That's so cringe, Jesus. Back on Molten, there were scammers everywhere, man. I was so stupid as a kid back then that I just straight up gave my account details to some random Serb on the global chat, apparently doing a public service announcement where he gave out coins for measly 10 bucks. Of course I'd give my account details, why wouldn't he try to steal my account? I'll remember that shit for life. At least on Warmane nowadays, there's a 2-step verification code that I get on my email every time I try to log into the game, so it reminds me not to give my password to random people on the internet. Today, there are quite literally forum post guides for everything. For class rotations, talents, and even what gems to use and when to add-ons for every possible version of the realms. I don't even need to use Wowhead anymore, man. Yeah, PvP stuff, but like, have you seen this shit from 8 years ago? Can you imagine how competitive and toxic this was back when every third spell was bugged and had some crazy gimmick? No wonder today's level to entry in PvP is off the charts. You're dealing with 30-plus-year-old tryhards who drink a liter of rakia for breakfast and a whole pack of cigarettes. Even back in caveman days of Molten, when people couldn't even queue for battlegrounds, people did this shit instead almost daily.
Hello, Jamin is running across the fucking map, doing fucking nothing!
He's spearing. Don't kick it. I kick now. Kick that, I think. Yeah, he's kicked. Killing him out of the lockout.
Tell me if it's getting on someone like Jeffrey.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Like, you go into a bar and you wanna fucking... You're gay, of course. And you wanna like rizz up some cute little boy. What do you think? And I'm sitting there like drinking fucking... Drinking some rakia, bam.
Today, I can set up my own experience rate, play it at any rate I want, across 2 different expansions. I can join decent guilds that actually complete a raid once a week, let alone farm 3 LODs per week and yoks around 0 lights type shit. I can even farm my own gold and sell it on the marketplace for real ass coins so I don't have to get scammed ever again.
Yeah, boy.
But hey, I don't want to sound like some boomer who's giving his grandchild a life lesson. Therefore, we can all agree and acknowledge that there were some improvements on Icecrown today compared to how it used to be back in the day, okay? Many things are fixed, many things are working properly. The game is finally stable and playable as it should be. And Warmane ain't going anywhere anytime soon. Unless someone pulls the plug again. I mean. There are Discord servers for everything, there are friendly people in the global chat, people are always looking for guildies to play with and are constantly recruiting new members. But of course, there are the neckbeard veterans that have been stuck here for far too long that they would like to admit. And of course, if you're getting camped by a level 70 rogue that has dual glaives, just don't take it personally, okay? That guy, he's really special, okay? So just try to keep that in mind. Regardless, I'd much rather play this version of Warmane than the one from 2012 or 15, where the only way to get the most legendary weapon in the whole Warcraft series is to just straight up buy it for 150 euros. But like I said, I'm just sharing with you my experience from the last 10 years or so on Warmane. As for everything else, you should come to your own conclusions. Happy holidays, see you fellas in January, join the Discord, say hi, be a homie, and peace.